So I'll start out by speaking on I've had three traumatic experiences that really affect how I live my life today and how I conduct myself at work, home, and when I go out and associate, it's on a social level. The first very traumatic experience that I had, and it came unexpected, was I lost my brother, my baby brother. He actually died in police custody in 2001. It was like a real mixed up story about how he died and what transpired, the things that led or caused his death, which really affected myself and my family because at the time I was an auxiliary police officer for the city of Milwaukee. It affected me in a way and the future that I wanted to take or carry out with the Milwaukee Police Department. So we got that settled. We kind of moved on. I grieved, and I still grieve today over it. But moving forward in life, 2007, I lost my other brother who had his life taken by a police officer in the city of Atlanta. Again, an untimely situation that at this time now I am a full-blown police officer for the city of Milwaukee. And it kind of brought the feeling of, why am I doing this job if the past two experiences with losing a loved one was related to police matters? I sat down and I talked with my dad, and he had told me, he said that things happen in life, you have to rely on the Lord and let him lead you and guide you in a way that he deemed necessary for you or the path that he wanted you to take. And he told me to revert back to thinking why I became a police officer. Just that one conversation having with him really touched me and made me realize, well, I am out here for the people and not for myself. I lost Zave in, again, 2008, July. We had that conversation. Unexpectedly, a year after that, in August 2009, I lost my dad to a violent crime. He was a homicide victim in the rear of his home after parking his truck, and they suspect that it was an armed robbery or he was robbed and it went bad. He was shot and he passed right there in the back of his house in the alleyway. So again, I was struck with a traumatic experience. And again, I find myself lost, not to the fact that it was a police-related matter, but just death itself was sinking in on me. And I was getting lost, with all those experiences. I was having trouble at home, trying to stay strong at work. And it just like really affected me to the point of where I was lost and didn't know where to go or didn't know what to do. Thankfully, my wife, who always was there at each time, she was there as a support mechanism, helping me pull through this and guide me. I was able to make it through all this. I think the one thing that affects me most out of all those experiences is the one that affects me most is my dad's. And every day I ask myself, why him? Not that I don't think about my brothers, but I think it's because there's no closure with my father, because there was never a known person, or they never caught anybody who actually committed the offense against him. The one thing other than my wife pulling me through this, I always rely on is prayer. I let God lead me in the way that I should be going. he it really helps, you know. I've had backlash about, you know, if you lost your family members and they were police related matters, you know, police turned their back on you. Why are you doing this? And like I said, when I had that talk with my dad, it was, you got to figure out why you wanted to do this job and do it for that reason. And I often tell people, you know, when I get that backlash of why are you a police officer, it's because when I come around, or when you're at home and you're outside or you're in your house and you don't want to come outside because there's always somebody shooting, or you hear those shots fired calls, or there's always guys hanging out on the corner or whatever. But when I come around in that squad car and you have that few minutes to come outside and breathe that fresh air or walk to the store or just do whatever you want to in your neighborhood because I'm there as a police officer and you feel that sense of security, that's why I'm doing my job. And I thank my dad for helping me realize that and help me out as far as staying strong.